Hey guys, welcome to another video. Before we get started, you can follow us on Twitch, where we'll be streaming. You can tweet with us on Twitter. All the links is below. Also, you can follow us on Instagram. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you can join our Discord server where we pretty much talk a lot of shit. Now let's get into my personal top 15 PS4 games in no particular order. One of my favorite PlayStation VR games is Blood and Truth. Not only one of my favorite PlayStation VR games, it's one of my favorite PS4 games. It's just purely awesome. You can you just really feel like you're just an action hero.
Goes in the streets of London. That goes in the London city. That goes in the streets of London. That got to be something real. Today a legend is born, ready for vengeance rather than war. Ready for anything, ready for more. My English gangster, I'm definitely sure. I'm coming for you. 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 I'm coming for you.
We need to push back hard or we're finished.
Next up, this is one of my favorite games of all time, Bloodborne. I was not one of the people who was into the Souls genre. I never played them until I played Bloodborne. Something about the atmosphere made me want to try the game out, and I fell in love. I kept playing it so much until I actually grind so much until I got the platinum. I did not stop playing this game. I did break a controller playing this game, but it was well worth it.
Death is coming to purge this town. I know your name, and I'm gonna cut you down. You can all run if you want to. You can all hide if you need, but I'm gonna cut you down.
Next up, let's talk about a game from a creator who you either love him or you hate him, and I fall on the love him side. I've been a fan of David Cage's games since Indigo Prophecy, or Fahrenheit, if you want to call it. But Detroit was just a brilliant game to me. I love the story. I love the way that you see the change in the characters. I love the outcomes that you could go through. Countless amount of outcomes that you can go through. Just to see like how androids could become human, or maybe they'll go too far to become get their own emotions, and what would they do with that? Would they break free? Would they obey? I just love the whole concept of this game. I know sometimes it's criticized as some of the things as tedious, but I think this one was paced really well.
I know someone who can help you.
Pull the trigger. How do I know you are not a deviant?
They are not machines!
I could take you there.
Go! See that?
My name is Connor.
My name is Marcus.
This is our story.
Next up, let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima. One of the best games ever made. I swear to God, this game is just absolutely brilliant. If you didn't know, they actually released free DLC, a whole new multiplayer mode, which is amazing in itself. I don't know what you can say that's bad about this game. I love the combat. I love the way that the missions are outlined. I love the look. This is probably one of the best looking games ever made. Probably second to a game that's going to be on this list. But it's just brilliant. I love the cinematography. I am a filmmaker myself, and I can look at every scene in here as just like a painting. It's brilliantly made, and I think it's one of the best games of our generation, and you should go out and play it right now.
We do what we must, Lord Sakai. That is why you and I are both survivors.
I am samurai.
No, you are more than that. You are the ghost. Convince your people to join me, and I will give them peace.
We will never serve you.
I've never seen a samurai fight like that.
It was nothing.
You're more than a samurai. He is a vengeful spirit, back from the grave to slaughter the Mongols.
If you continue down this path, you will be no better than the Mongols. I trained you to fight with honor.
Honor died on the beach. The Khan deserves to suffer!
I am samurai. But I will sacrifice everything for my home.
Next up, probably the most well-directed game of all time, came out in 2018. God of War. Personally, I was always a big fan of God of War series, but Kratos was honestly a one-note character. He just knew how to be angry. This game changed this character immensely. So now in this game you see emotions, you see growth, you see someone who cares, someone goes from hard edge to maybe a softer side. It's so much into this. The combat is great. The one camera trick is amazing. I've never seen anyone even attempt something like that in a video game. We've seen it in film. This is someone who did it in a video game. This game is so brilliant that I'm going to show you the whole gameplay trailer of this.
But at least I know the truth now.
The truth.
Hang on, boy!
Okay!
The truth. Long way from home, aren't you? And here I thought your kind was supposed to be so enlightened, so much better than us.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult.
Wait here. I will handle this.
Wow, that was something, that fight.
On our journey, we will be attacked by all manner of creatures.
To be effective in combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. Close your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering. The road ahead is long and unforgiving. No place for a boy. You must be a warrior.
But not everyone is bad. Mother always said to be open to those who can help.
Who you were before doesn't matter. This boy is not your past, he is your son. And he needs his father.
It's the world serpent.
Stay calm, boy!
I am!
What is it saying?
He wants to help us!
Next we have Horizon Zero Dawn, which is one of the most beautiful looking games made by Guerrilla, who's not used to making games like this. It was a total surprise. Brilliant, lovely open world. I love how every robot that or robotic dinosaur that you encounter has their own type of puzzle that you have to deal with. Each one you gotta break down their weak points and what to take off and how to take them down, which is just brilliant how they did this. I love this game. It's amazing. It's a visual showcase, and I can't wait for Horizon Zero Dawn 2 coming out next year on the PS5. So the combat is great, the mission layouts is great, and this is actually a new IP that they created during this generation, so this is great. Between this and Ghost of Tsushima, that's two solid, amazing new IPs made in the PS4 era.
Nearly there.
Everything that lives is designed to end.
Next up, we have Nier Automata.
Trapped
this game it's like games within games. It's crazy. There's the perspective changes so many times. It could go to a side-scrolling game. It could go to like a classic top-down shooter. It changes so much. The endings change. It's crazy. I love this game so much. I remember playing the demo, and it's what got me hooked into it. It's just unreal. This is like one of those games that made by somebody who's just like super creative and thought so many things out. You can play this game over and over and over and over again and never get bored.
If we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
If you haven't checked out this game, I don't know what are you waiting for. At least try out the demo and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's absolutely brilliant. You gotta get this game, man.
They fight, steal, kill. This is humanity in its purest form.
To me! Now! Why did you betray us?
Just stay out of my way.
Mine ass! We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
I know it's kind of like blasphemous to say that another game can kind of accomplish what the Souls games did, something in the same vein, but Neo has done that. One of the best games on the PS4 that you should definitely check out. I like Neo 1 better than Neo 2 for my own personal reasons, but the things that's great about this game is obviously the combat is amazing. You continue to like learn new things in this game. I've played this game for like I think like 2 years, and I was just like finding new things as I kept playing it. The loot system, the gear system is like Diablo. It's just you continue to come up with new builds. The combat never gets old. You can always help out other people. There's a big community in it. Like you should definitely check out Neo. But it's no slouch. Very hard game. Alright, let's talk about a game that probably sucked the life out of me. I put in so much hours of this game, I really don't even want to let you know how much hours I put into this game. Persona is... I love Persona 4, and then once Persona 5 came out, I was just super hype about it. I love this game, man. It's the turn-based combat, awesome. The thing with school, just like juggling all these relationships around. I mean, the soundtrack just, I love the soundtrack too. I know it sounds weird to just rave about the soundtrack, but I love hearing this music. When you hear that music, it's just like, you just kind of get hyped. The different like personas that everyone has, it tailors to their character, which is awesome too. Only thing I would say, the only slight thing I would have about this game is that it does overstay its welcome just a little bit too much. Like that last little run after a while, you're like, hey, is it gonna stop yet? But it's like a 9.9 out of 10 for me. I love this game. Next up we have Sekiro, or Sekiro. I don't know which way you want to pronounce it. I think you can kind of tell what kind of games I really love. This game is kind of in the same vein as the Souls games, but a little bit fast-paced. More on the parrying side other than the dodging side. The atmosphere is great. The world is great. I love the boss fights. This game is definitely something that you should check out. One game of the year, and I think it really deserved it. I have no qualms about that. If you haven't checked this game out, definitely check it out, man, immediately.
Defend your master with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost. I see. So the noble shinobi stands in our way. It seems fate still doesn't want you dead.
There could be no top PS4 games list complete without mentioning Spider-Man. Let's just get it out of the way. Insomniac knocked this one out of the park. It's amazing. I know there's no Spider-Man game that's been this fun since Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. Swinging, amazing. Combat, amazing. Even the story, the way it's told, is amazing. I can't wait to see how much further Insomniac would do with the Spider-Man series. Can't wait for Miles Morales. I have mine ready to go. Definitely check out Spider-Man if you haven't. I mean, I don't know who has a PS4 and didn't. If you are, that's crazy. Next up we have Yakuza 0, which is just a very fun game. Also has a great story. I love the way it's told. The little side activities that you get to do in here is just priceless. So much fun. The arcade. It's so many things that you can do in here. This is to me the best one in the series, so I think you should definitely check it out. It's also a great gateway into the series. So if you start Yakuza 0, I feel like you could be able to get into the entire series. It also has one of the to me the best fighting stance in there. Yakuza 6, they actually don't have I forgot the name of it, but it's the boxing stance. I just find that one so much fun, and they don't have it in there, and it's kind of hard for me to get into that one. Yakuza 0 has everything perfect for me, so this is my favorite one in the series. I think you should definitely check it out.
Dojima を甘く見るなよ、キリ。
Alright, let's talk about a game that I adore, that people probably be shocked that I love it as much as I do. Transistor is just, I don't know, it's just one of the best indie games I ever played, and one of the best games I ever played. I love it. I love the combat system and how that's done. I love the artwork. I just, it's amazing. I can't believe that I'm actually felt for a sword. Yes, a sword. You actually feel for a sword. It's done very well. The narration, everything is great. I love this game. It was also free on PlayStation Plus. Hopefully you grabbed it at that point. If not, it's worth whatever price it's at right now. You should just pick it up. Transistor is amazing. Also check out their other games. Supergiant Games is a great company.
And now, you have something more.
Okay, controversy. Last of Us Part 2. To me, one of the best games on the PS4. Definitely.
I wish things were different.
Divided a lot of people. I know why they did what they did. This to me is one of the games. This is probably one of the only games that actually challenged people to a certain level where they had to kind of question gaming. To me, the decisions that they made in here, I can say from just a filmmaking perspective why they did it, and the choices they made is done deliberately. I have a whole rundown on it. I don't want to get into why I thought the ending was perfect, why I think there was a reason why you had to play as a certain character to start, feeling for that character, because at the beginning you didn't. You wanted to see that person dead, and then after a while you kind of understand like that person's perspective, and then they switch it back to another character, and then you kind of feel like, hey, I really don't want to do this anymore. And it's all about the consequences of revenge and forgiveness and what you should do. Like at what point is it too much? And I think they made the smartest choices to make you feel that way, the same way that the characters feel, or should feel, or you hope they feel. At the end, I think it's wrapped up perfectly. I can explain that one, and like maybe if somebody wants to have a discussion with me, I can explain my perspective on the ending and why it was done perfectly. But this one, combat, is just amazing. You really feel like you're running for your life. They really nailed it. To me, this is what they wanted to do in the first one with this combat, and they nailed it here. There's so much things I can say about The Last of Us Part 2. I love it. I'm gonna play it again when my PS5 get here.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
Okay, if you know me, you know this game is automatically going to be on my list. It's one of my top five favorite games of all time on my list. And this is the best version of it, made by Blue Point Games, who are like just brilliant at remaking games. Can't wait for Demon's Souls. So much I can say about Shadow of the Colossus. I love how each Colossi is a puzzle in and of itself. I love how you can explore. I love that there's no direct direction. It's not telling you what to do, but you kind of like figure it out as you're going. Just the scale. When I first played this game, it was on the PS2. I couldn't believe that this was possible back then. And you look at it now, and it's still something to like really marvel at. Shadow of the Colossus is just, I don't know, it's one of the best games ever made, and you should definitely check it out. I replay this game every year. I love Shadow of the Colossus. Please, 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 if you have never played Shadow of the Colossus, you need to do that. Even if you don't, it turns out not being for you, it's a game that you should play, and you should try it out. there you have it, guys. As we say goodbye to the PS4, I had to make my top 15 games. I just this was off the cuff, just me just giving you the games that I felt are amazing and that you definitely should try out before you jump into the next generation. Let's move on to the PS5, but make sure you check these games out.